Well, hello there, friends. I am hopping on here to once again go through our weekly challenge. If you're in my Ashley Scrappy VIPs, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, that's okay. You can go check it out or just track along with me and you'll find out more. So I am going to start off with some announcements for you. Sorry, I'm still got a tripod situation, so I'm still making sure we're lined up. I have quite a few events coming up. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew about those. So I have my little card here. I will post this later this week. Actually, I posted this. I'm pre-filming this video. So this is out there on my pages and my platforms. So first of all, we have the Croptoberfest Crop Weekend. And you will get that beautiful project recipe kit and all that when you register. There's lunch provided, there's make and takes. I'm actually gonna play with the inks, yay! So you guys can come and try those out. There's prizes and all kinds of stuff going on. So I'll have like a paper buffet, a mat buffet, other buffet, who knows, all kinds of buffets. So that cost us only $35 and you get all that stuff thrown in. So it's a Friday night through a Saturday evening, so it's a good chunk of time to scrapbook and do lots of things. And then during that, I'm going to do a Share the Love class. So if you invite a friend who's new to me, new to scrapbooking, new to me or scrapbooking, it can be like I can know them as long as they've never scrapbooked before or with me. I'll give you a little love, like credits for products or a prize. I haven't decided yet, but you're going to get rewarded just because it's helping me out. And it's like helping them out because you're showing them your craft and what you love to do. And I will provide like a really super easy page project, nothing crazy. It's a perfect way to bring people in. So that'll happen 10 to 4 during Croptoberfest. So they can come see you and, and me. And then I'm going to Camp Aowakaya end of September. I do not run that one. I just attend it and have my stuff there. I usually do a class of some sort. So it's a lot of fun. You'll have to visit their site. You can just Google Camp Aowakaya and I'm trying to get that closer so you can read it. But if you want to know more, you can reach out to me too. So, and if you can scan these and they'll take you to the registrations for those 2 events anyway. And then, yes, there's more. My open house and Christmas crop. They're running independently, so they're just going to happen during each other. I thought, why not have a crop during my open house? It'd be fun. So again, that's going to be a Friday night through a Saturday night, and it's going to be so much fun, you guys. I've been dreaming of, yeah, I'm not going to say, don't worry, it's not White Christmas. I've been dreaming about a crop that's just fun and Christmassy and cozy and doing like a white elephant gift exchange with scrapbook products. So I don't know, just little things that I thought would be fun. So I'm finally doing that. It's $25. It has lunch involved, prizes, goodies, make and takes and more. And I'll have an open house going on during the same time that other people can come to. They can pop in anytime during the event and just come see what I do. If you invite a friend, you'll get additional rewards from me. And I'm going to give out exclusive coupons at my open house. You have to come to my open house or this crop to get them for throughout the whole 2026. So I'm going to make like a coupon book, and that's the only way you're going to be able to get it. So if you attend, you have to show up with your face. Unless, of course, there's something going on, then reach out to me and we'll talk. But preferably with your face. And then I will be doing my winter scrappy camp again, 10 weeks, all virtual, more details to come. And then I'm in works with my favorite place in the whole wide world, Portage Lake Bible Camp in Onekama, Michigan, to do a weekend there in March. So I'm super excited about that. It's something new for me. However, I think it's going to be amazing. So keep your ears peeled, your eyes peeled, all that for all those events. But I wanted to start out, as I said, we're doing our challenge here. I also wanted to say, ooh, I almost forgot a big one. There's free shipping going on right now with CM. You have to place an order of $100 or more. So if you need to stock up on tape runners, pages, I know you guys are always like, I need page deals. And while this isn't like a page deal, it still saves you money on pages because you're not paying the shipping for pages. So albums, everything on the site counts toward that $100. So fill your cart with $100 or more, put it in, get your free shipping. You're going to save like $8.95 or more depending on how far you peel your cart in. So all the way up to $18.95, whatever it is. So make sure you take advantage of that. It ends September 5th at like noonish, I believe. So take advantage of that. And there's amazing products out right now. So just, oh my word, you guys, there's so much going on. It's that time of year where things are blowing up and it's so much fun. And I'm losing my mind, but I'm loving it, every moment of it. So keep an eye out, keep an ear out. So we are here though to do our challenge, our weekly layout. I like to keep you guys scrapping, so this is how I do it. And this is a beautiful layout by Brenda Rose. She came over from Close to My Heart to Creative Memories a couple years ago now. It was when Close to My Heart had shut down, unfortunately. And she came in and just brought all of this amazing energy and ideas. And she's the one that kind of, I think Close to My Heart in general, kind of introduced stamping, like not stamping, but inks and stuff like that. CM's not going to do stamps, just to make that clear. They're just going to do, they're testing out inks. They're, you know, they just put out the ink stuff. And I'm loving it. Honestly, I was very skeptical, but I'm loving it. But anyway, so she designed this page. This is based on our newest collection, the Grateful Harvest, with the tailgating stuff. And she used the plaids and the leaves. So she has a little bit of everything in here, and I think it's gorgeous. Like, I cannot wait to get my hands on this stuff, and it's on its way. I have a box coming. So by the time you see this, I'll probably have it and have had done my box opening and all. It's weird pre-filming things, but honestly, school starts next week and I'm not ready for it. And I'm like, I'm just going to take as much off my plate as I can now. So we're going to be doing that, but I am using the Hit the Road collection, which I'm in love with. I love road trips, you guys. And I've already used quite a bit of this. It's just funny because I haven't used any of the stickers, but I've used a lot of the paper and some of the mats, I believe. And it's so fun and just so, I don't know, it just has a really nice feel to it. I love the colors of it. So there's some cute things in here. My family loves road trips, so obviously I have to order more paper because I've already blown through most of the paper. So I'm using that today. And I wanted to show you guys something I'd made with this. So as you can see in this paper, there's like road paper. And I know a lot of times people are like, what do I do with that kind of paper? And I'm here to tell you, I did cascading pages in my summer scrappy camp. So that's what you get from scrappy camp, you get additional ideas. And did this cascading page right here. And look at this. You use the 6x12 peekaboo pockets and you just design this page. Isn't that so fun? So I used one sheet and I cut it and slid it in. Oops, I'm trying to grab it. My hands are like really dry today. And then you put one full sheet behind it so it kind of matches like the feel of it. So you have like the whole page on the front and the whole page once you flip it. So I cannot wait to use this to put like our road trip pics in. This would be a great title page for when we go on a road trip or something. I'm still trying to get in frame, sorry. And I could put, you know, here's our first leg, here's like what we did in journal. And then like, here's our second leg, here's what we did in journal. And so we like to take our road trips in legs, and I'm like, this is perfect. So I'm pretty excited about this. I did another one with 4th of July stuff. But I really wanted to show off this Hit the Road pack, and I love this road paper too, and just show you guys like how much you can do with this kind of paper. So that's what I did. I have a video out there floating around about cascading page. However, it's unlisted because it was only for my scrappy camp people, but keep an eye out this fall. I'll be having those going out for the public soon. So I'm going to be featuring those things as we go. So that's what you get if you join scrappy camp. This week I'm doing this page with these pictures. We actually, in Mexico, there's a group of ladies, our first day, we went on an excursion to see the sea turtles. And this is just us in the back of the van. This is like the before and the after picture. And we were just kind of like, we smiled. We're like, yeah, let's get a picture. I'll cram back here in the back of the van. And by the end, you guys, we were laughing so hard because we were literally like sardines in a can. But we loved it. People were like, oh, we'll switch out with you. And we're like, no, we're friends now. We have to hang out. So the whole story, this is so funny. And I love this layout because there's a lot of space for journaling. Or I'm going to make a lot of space for journaling because it's like a whole story behind it. So really excited to do that. And I get to use my road trip paper. So these are friends I met in Mexico. I knew Ada. Hey Ada, if you're watching. And then my friends that I met there actually in the back of this van. So we're all tight now because of this. Tight, you know, because it was so crammed in the back of the van. So those are the pictures I'm doing. Super excited to do this. And these are the papers I'm using. So I'm going to use this kind of as my base. This will be my top page here. And this will be like this little strip here. So I know I've been talking a lot, and I know some of you don't like that, so I'm going to keep going. Haha, I'm still getting over it. But I'm going to start out, you guys, I'm like all over. So as you can see here, whenever I have a situation where it looks like a frame, I'm gonna gut the paper underneath because I know all of this paper is being covered up underneath this. So I'm gonna gut this. I know that this top piece is 10 by 10. So I know there's an inch going all the way around. And I need to keep at least a 1 inch frame around the edge. So I do this in a lot of my videos, you guys. I gut paper. So if you're unfamiliar with this, go back and watch some of my videos. In fact, last week I did this, I believe. So you just take your paper, line up in your trimmer. I need a 1.5 inch frame. So I'm going to the 1.5 all the way over here. And then with this part, I'm lining this up at the 1.5, and I'm gonna start my cuts at 1.5 and go down to, oh math, you guys, 10.5? Yes, 10.5. And I'm gonna stop, okay? And you're gonna rotate, again, go to 1.5. You're just gonna repeat this over and over until you have a frame. And you're gonna start again at 1.5, or where this last cut ended. There's a line on the side of this. I did explain that before. But this is a really great technique to save paper with. You're just gonna repeat this all the way around. Especially paper like this where I'm like, I don't have a lot of it and I know I wanna preserve it for road trips. And 10.5. And you just wanna preserve it. So this is what I do. Now if it's a paper I don't care about and I'm like, oh thank goodness I'm getting it out of my stash, I won't do this because why would I wanna save it if I've had such a hard time using it? And then there will be, you know, some will stick. Sometimes I just rip it because it's going to get covered anyway. And it doesn't really rip. It's just like a string hanging on there. Or you get your micro tips and you trim it like that. So that's our first step. That wasn't in the instructions, but that's what I do. You can do it too. So there we go. So it says use the red plaid tonal paper as the base of this page. And that's, again, from our new Grateful Harvest line. Gorgeous. I haven't seen it in person yet, but online it's chef's kiss. I love it. If desired, oh, it does say gut a 9-inch square. I actually did a 9.5, I believe. The center and set aside for later. All right. So then we're going to cut her. She used a bright white piece of cardstock for her base. I'm actually using this red, and there is a road on the back. I've never been to the desert. I barely need to go so I can use more scrapbook papers, but this is very desert roadish, so I don't mind using it. For this side, and I want a little red in there because it just helps it pop. So I debated using white, but my background is so light. I'm kind of doing an opposite effect here as Brenda did. So I'm going to trim this paper to 10 by 10. I'm hoping that my frame was correct now because I'm like, oh, I should have read down. I did not. It'll be fine. So I've messed up frames before and I worked it out. Some were really disastrous and I still worked it out. All right, so 10 by 10. Oh, you guys are so nervous. It looks so small. No, it should be fine. Okay, 10 by 10. So we're cutting 2 inches off of each side of this paper to make 10 by 10. See, I can math sometimes. Those of you who watch me regularly are like, yes, Ashley, we know you cannot math. You say it every time. But I feel like I always need to offer a disclaimer for anyone new that I don't math. Like, it's rough for me. So, give me a book to read. Give me a paper to write. Oh my goodness. All right. My daughter had her middle school orientation last night and just brought back all these memories. I mean, not being able to math and do speaking and things like that. And I was like, oh, it's so awkward at middle school. Same building too, which made it even worse. All right, look at that. It'll work just fine. All right. And then we're going to adhere this on. And typically, I know my mats here are laid out a little weird in the frame. And since this is just a 1-page, I'm gonna remove one of these. I usually have 2, but with my tripod situation, it's been a little rough. So you guys wouldn't even believe how I have my camera rigged up right now. It's hilarious. I should do a behind the scenes and show you, but I'm a little embarrassed by it. So. All right, I love the mini tape runner to go close to the edges of this. I'm like afraid I'm gonna run out. I have more, but it's way over there. I didn't plan ahead on there. Because this hugs the edge very well. You could use a regular tape runner and that'd be fine. But I love this because I know it's gonna be close to the edge. I just make sure I get my corners really good. Just so I know this one's gonna stick down. And then you wanna adhere this 1 inch around on all sides. So I'm kind of looking at my mat here too. There's 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, and it looks good. It's probably crooked somewhere because, again, I don't do things straight either. I can't math and I can't do things even, so. we're in great business. All right, but that just goes to show you don't have to be a math expert or see things evenly to scrapbook. There's no wrong way to do it. All right, so our next step. Oh man, we're already on step 3, right? Yep. Cut a piece of sky blue tonal paper. That's this right here, this little rectangle, to 5 by 9.5, and then adhere it. So I'm using this concrete paper. I also like the idea of this black paper, but I feel like that's too dark, so I'm going concrete. Plus, I don't know if that's big enough. So, again, math. I don't want to think about it. All right, so 5 wide, and then 9.5 long. So I'm going to cut it to 5. I look at my numbers over and over again because I don't trust myself, but it should be okay. All right, and 9.5. I also swear I have some number dyslexia going on. Like, that wasn't a thing when I was a kid. Like, it wasn't like a named thing. So I would like look at 9s and see 6s, and I'd look at 5s and see 3s. It's terrible. And I just thought, oh, every kid screws that up now and then. And I'm learning that wasn't exactly the case, but it's okay. I still managed just fine. All right, so there we go. Once in a while I cut it wrong, and then I have to cut a new piece, but that's all right. So we're going to adhere this on here, leaving a little bit of an edge along the one side there. And then here, it is actually quite a significant edge, so I'm going to kind of follow that rule there. There we go. Yeah, this page is already coming together. It's great. And then, where are we? From the right edge, yeah. It actually gave me measurements how far from the edge to do it, but I just eyeball it. I don't like to get a ruler out, and some people do like to get a ruler out and make sure they're even. I can already tell it's slightly crooked. I don't really care, so it's okay. I can't, once I have pictures on there, I'm like, I don't even notice it. So if you do, definitely measure, like, that's fine. Everybody has their own way of scrapbooking, and mine is just, looks good. All right, so cut a green and yellow leaf laser cut border, and you guys, this border, beautiful. I love it. There's another one that's like multicolored leaves, and I saw that, and it's a whole reason I had to order these border embellishments. I mean, the other ones are beautiful too, so once I have them, I'm gonna be like oohing and on over all of them, but that one's pretty, so I know it's hard to see. To 9.5 long, place vertically on the sky blue tonal paper or our concrete paper, about 1/2 or 2 inches from the right edge. So what I have over here, I was debating. I can punch a border. I also have these cute road borders. I didn't know if this road was too light, but actually it's gonna look fine on there. I like the road border because sitting in the back of that van was so bumpy and windy, and I was like, this is perfect. It's great. The cars go the wrong way, so I don't want to use those, although those would be really cute. So I'm going to use this road border, one of these road borders. And it says to do it 9.5, right? So I'm just going to put it on here and hope for the best. No, I'm kidding. And I'm just going to go all the way down until the end. I'm just kind of showing you how I do this. Half the time these borders are crooked for me. It actually looks pretty good today, so I'm shocked. Get my micro tip scissors. Should have gotten these out before. And I'm just going to butt the scissors up against my paper underneath and cut. And look at that. I didn't have to measure a thing. So follow me for more non-measuring tips. It's so funny. And then I like to just save it. I put it back on here. Save it for later. Now, when you stash this, you want to make sure like it's not peeling up. Sometimes I'll put it slightly over like the lip of... See, it's not fully on there, so it does stick a little better if it's touching the outside of the sticker, like the outside of the shiny part that you peel it from. There we go. I don't know the name for that. The waxy part. All right, so there we go. It's super fun. I could add, you know, I did debate this. I could add another yellow. And I feel like I would want to put that under the road. I'm not going to do it. All right, so we're moving on. All right, so then... where are we? Step 5 already. Cut 2 pieces of tan tonal paper to 6 1/8 by 4 1/8, and 2 of the autumn brown tonal papers to 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So, and then we're going to mat them on here. And then we're going to leave our photos full size. It's great. I don't have to trim them. And we're going to double mat, which if you know me in matting, I'm like, ugh, but my pictures are normal size for Mexico, which yay! They're usually this digital weird size, which is great because it doesn't cut things off, but then I don't know the measurements my mats need to be. So then I hated measuring for mats, which sounds crazy, but true. So I actually like the idea of using this black, but that's such cute paper. I have another sheet of it. I can use it. I just don't have to put it on top. Something yellow, I believe, would look really good. I always say go back to the pictures, right? Like, I still think yellow, just because of the road stuff. Because we're wearing a lot of pinks and a lot of blues, so I think yellow. I think we're gonna go yellow on this one. I need to find a piece of yellow though, because I did not prepare correctly. Another option is your mats. Look at how cute these are. So you could also mat on top of your mats, which these are 6.5, so they're a little bigger than what we need, but super cute. My goodness. And that just confirms I like the yellow. So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, these are really fun, really cute. All right, so what I like to do, and I actually put together cardstock packets for you if you need all the coordinating cardstocks for these. I look at this part right here and say, oh, canary is the coordinating yellow here. So I'm gonna go find a piece of canary, which is right over there. I can see it from here. I just have to like get out of my chair. And yeah, I give you 2 of each sheet, put it in one of these bags, label it with, you know, hit the roads, coordinating cardstock pack, and you get 10 sheets for $10 unless there's a shimmer, then it's a little more. I've come across one that had 6 coordinating colors, which is nuts, but I would do that too. It just costs a little more. So if you ever need all the coordinating cardstocks in one place to put in with your bundle, contact me. I'll send it to you or get it to you. I just get it all together for you, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to buy a whole pack of blue just to have 2 sheets of blue for this thing. So I have it all. I can give you 2 sheets of blue, 2 sheets of canary, all that. So let me know. I'm just gonna grab my canary way over here. Hold on a moment. Please hold. Where is it? Okay, that was the wrong yellow I saw apparently. Goodness gracious. All right. I'm sitting here going, did I use all my canary? That's crazy. Oh, there we go. It's just hiding. There it is. Okay. I was like, I thought I just ordered canary. I had a panic moment there. All right. Actually, I want to see if I have a scrap of this. I don't want to use a whole sheet of that. It's so funny because I was filming a video before about storage, and I had to pull all my paper, my like scrap paper out because I was using a folder for it. And now I have it all like everywhere because I'm like, I'm going to sort that before I put it away, and I still haven't. So sorting scraps and paper is like my least favorite job, I think, of this whole thing. So, well, other than, you know, expense reports and taxes, but you know, you catch my drift. Okay, I don't know if I have a scrap of this actually. So you know what, we're just, for the sake of time, I'm going to use the whole sheet. It'll be okay. Actually, what's this? Oh, maybe I do. I kept digging and I found one. Yay! Okay. I'll leave the other one handy just in case so I don't have to go digging again. My goodness, this paper is everywhere. I'm not even going to show you guys because I'm so humiliated by how crazy that pile is. Alright, so I have my full sheet here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the yellow on top of the black, I believe. I could gut the black too, but that just seems like a lot right now. So I think what I'm going to do, I want to make sure it's going to be big enough. Ooh, hold on a moment. So the bottom one is 4.5 by 6 1/4. And when I measure things, I like to use my mat for that as well. Ooh, you guys, I don't know if this is going to be big enough. Hold on. Please hold. Oh, it should be. Again, math is hard for me. So 4 1/4. That'd be 8.5, right? We're good. Okay. So, y'all, I'm sorry. I cannot crunch numbers. I have to literally see it to know what I'm doing. All right. So the bigger sheet is 6 1/4. So I'm gonna cut up to here. It's scary, especially when I'm so unsure of my mathing skills, by 4 1/4. So right here. But I think we're fine. Everything's fine. My favorite is when I'm doing these live and people are like hollering in the comments, no, don't cut there. And I'm like, oh no. And the lives are always like 30 seconds or to a minute behind where I'm actually at. And so it's usually too late when I see it. But I appreciate you guys looking out for me. Sometimes I catch it before you tell me. All right, and then this one is 6 1/8. So slightly, and 1/8 are the big lines, the bigger lines. So like, there's like these littler lines in between. It's like the bigger ones. Those are 8s. For you, measurement challenge people like myself. And 4 1/8. So that first long-ish line. 4 1/8. Okay. So I should just show you guys actually closer. So for 4 1/8, it's not this first line, but it's the second line. So that's an 1/8. 2 8s is the next big line. 3 8s, 4 8s, which makes sense because that's half. 5 8s, 6 8s, 7 8s, 8 8s. So yeah, it's the bigger lines. The ones in between are 16ths, which I've never dealt with before. I usually just round at that point. So hopefully it's helpful for you because I know I struggle there. So no shame. We can struggle in that together. Okay, so get my photos, put them on here. Where are my tape runner? There it is. And we're double matting, which isn't always my favorite thing to do, but I'm finding now that I know what size my photos are for sure. They used to be like 5 and like 3/16 or something weird like that. And I was like, how the heck do I mat on that? Like, I have to literally, so I do what I call the Ashley method and stick it right on the paper and then, stick it, cut it out from the paper from there pretty much. So, yeah. Okay, our photos are secure. All right, so now we can put them on here and they're gonna look so pretty. I'm so excited. And I kind of go over your border a smidge. There's a little bit showing there. Gotta figure out how far down to put it as well. Probably about there. That looks good. And this one. And then we have, okay, we've matted our photos. Where are we? Stitching bottom using foam squares. So you could use foam squares to help pop things off of your page if you want. Some people don't like thicker pages, so they don't always use those. And then we're gonna add all these fun embellishments. So yay, we have lots of options for that. So we have stickers, we have mats. So on here they actually cut out, Brenda cut out the Good Times out of a mat. I believe, yeah, using the Good Times mat, cut each word out. I have not seen the mats yet. Well, I have seen a flip through, but I can look through here quick and see. Usually I sign off for embellishing and journaling. I will sign off for journaling because there's a lot to journal on this one. But I'll at least go through some of the process with you. None of these really work for... And it's funny because a lot of it's like, detours are the best part. I'm not sure if we ever detoured. I didn't know where we were. Roads were made for the journeys. That's cute. 1 hour down, 2 minutes to go. Yeah, that's how we felt in the back of that van because it's so bumpy. But I think I'm going to stick to stickers and these adorable embellishments. So stinking cute. I do like to keep my instructions handy when I do this because like, how do you scrapbook? I like suggestions because I don't always know where to put my embellishments. So I do have these cute journal boxes, but I don't know if they're big enough for what I need to write. I think I'm just going to write right on there with my... Oh, where'd it go? I should have pulled it out. I love this pen right now. I'm trying to find it. Did it fall out? Where'd it go? I have too many pens happening over here. Ah! Uh-oh, where'd it go? my white jelly pen. Oh, there it is. It's just hiding in the all in one. And journal with that. I got, you guys, I love this thing because it like shows up so well on darker paper. I was a little skeptical that it was a jelly pen or whatever, but it works amazingly. So I highly recommend it for darker surfaces to journal on. So let's see what we got here. This arrow is super fun. This windy road is super fun. Oh my goodness, so many fun things. This whole collection is just adorable. I can see, oh, look at this coffee and this. Oh my gosh, okay. That's so my husband and me. We have to stop for coffee every hole-in-the-wall coffee shop we see. It's so much fun. Here, we didn't really eat anywhere. Look at this coffee pot. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting so distracted by the cute things. Capture this moment. That's fun. Enjoying the journey. Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. It was enjoyable once we were like comfortable with each other and we're like, okay, we had to laugh about how uncomfortable it was in that back seat just because like we're like, all right, you know what? We have to laugh about it. What else are we gonna do? And then by the end we wanted to sit by each other, and we were even like doing photo ops where we would like stand together in the same order we were in and just like squeeze up against each other because we're like, I feel lost without my buddies squeezing up against me. It's so funny. And so on here there are a bunch of titles happening, and usually I'm not use a ton of title girly, but it actually works pretty well here. So I'm just gonna take a gander at this and see what I think. Arrows are hard for me too because I'm like, if I set it on my page, if I flip it, which way is it going? But it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I like these roads. I may have to use those to go with my border. Okay, I like this. They have a bunch of embellishments happening in this corner over here. I like this capture the moment thing. I might use that somewhere over here. It's gonna hide my face, which is fine. And I don't necessarily have to use another title here. I feel like it's a lot of titles in one place, especially for my layout. For hers, it looks great. Mine, I'm just like, I don't feel like it. So I'm thinking, I like this road, and I might put that over here to kind of offset the other road. And stick this down. It was so ridiculous. It was so funny though. Okay, and I like this enjoying the journey because by then we were like laughing our butts off and just like having a great time. With this sign maybe. I'm gonna do that. And then we have all these arrows that are cute and fun. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this here. Just because I think it looks really good there. And we were having the time of our lives by that point. Up here we were just so unsure of like, why are we carving the back of this van? I want to put the things like that. And I do like this arrow here, so I'm going to do that. These embellishments are so stinking cute. I just love them. Like seriously, hit the road. If you go on the site and look up Hit the Road, you're going to fall in love with everything. So warning, I guess. Especially if you're a big road tripper. I highly recommend this line. Let's see, we weren't really driving, but we were riding. And we were in Mexico, which made it super entertaining. I'm going to use this traffic cone because I feel like there was a lot of construction. We're told to drink our water, so that's going to go down here. So I'm just creating kind of like an embellishment cluster down here, like it said, like pictured kind of. I don't know if I like that like that. I'm going to turn it over this way, I think. There we go. Kind of like it indicates here. She had like 3 embellishments there. That's pretty good. I don't want to overdo it. I do this horrible habit of just like throwing embellishments on until it looks good, and then I'm like, oh, it looks crazy now. So, yeah. All right, and then of course we have all these titles, but I think I like it like this. So I think we're going to stop there. I am digging this layout because of the papers. The papers are so stinking cute. Love the embellishments. I'm going to journal probably right here. And yeah, just about how this all came to be, and I love it. I think this collection is so cute, and I need more of the papers. So I'm gonna have to order more. But yeah, we love road trips. And then I thought about this. I'm like, well, these 2 pictures are a road trip. So it makes sense. It was like one of the wildest road trips I've been on. So had to do it. And then we all just became such good friends because of this whole ordeal in the backseat of this van for hours. So, and then on the way home, we did it again because we were, that was on the way there, on the way home. Yes, it's so funny. So yeah, I'm just going to add some journaling. It'll be done. And you'll see the finished product when it goes live. So when this video's out, you'll see it. All right, y'all. So thank you so much for watching. If you're on my YouTube here, make sure to like and subscribe. I would love to build up that community more and more. Invite your friends, show your friends. I'm loving everything I'm seeing. So I think it would be very important to show what we do to everybody. So if you have any questions though, reach out to me. If you want to know more about those events, set free shipping, products, whatever, just you can reach out to me anytime. So I'm gonna sign off. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.